Great, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our special health focus with myself as normal, Jane, and this is my husband, Willem Ackermans, who's also a Tai Chi teacher, also does Chen style among other things. He's also a Chow Lei Fat, is that how you pronounce it? Chow Lei Fat teacher. So that's a Shaolin style of martial arts, Chinese martial arts. So it's nice to see how different practices develop the body in different ways. And we all come to our Tai Chi from various backgrounds. So he's going to help me out today. Thank you so much and welcome. Let's take right hand in a fist, please. Left hand straight and pull back the thumb. Feet together, hands together. And we press forwards. 学上好.
老师好.
老师好. Thanks for having us. Okay, so just a very brief warm up, please. Let's do a little circle, feeding the spiral down from your center down into the foot. And breathe. Good. And let's change direction. Good, shaking out. And on the other side, as always, especially in our special health focus, we want to just do what we can comfortably on the day. It's amazing how our bodies change from day to day. And sometimes you get stuff going on that you really don't know why. Change direction. Yesterday we went for a walk and my right hip the muscles just decided to get all very tight and uncomfortable. No particular reason, but we just have to work with what we've got. Shaking out, please. Good. Let's do a little bit for the knees. So we open our stance and we bring our hands to just above or on top of the kneecaps, and just a very soft and gentle little circle. Breathe and relax, keeping the feet flat to the floor. Don't let them peel away. Good, and let's change direction. Don't be afraid to use your body. Often if we get a painful area, we want to protect it and we hold it very still, but actually in the long run, that can make things worse. Up you come, so what do you call it? Active recovery? Gently moving through discomfort can help it. Obviously, if the discomfort gets worse, then stop. Don't keep pushing. Feet together, same idea, and change direction. This can be a really nice one for loosening ankles and lower back and hips as well. Good, let's stretch up and let's open our stance. And we're going to grasp the hands, and as if you were going to sit down, present your bottom back a little bit and sit and come up. And again, you just go as far as you can comfortably. Once you've gone, you can go a little bit further, see if that's acceptable to your system. And the last time, push your boundaries, go as far as you dare, and come up. Good, and if you find yourself going, you'll know to go a wee bit gentler next time. Good, okay. Next. I quite like doing that one with a chair behind me or a lower stool if I am feeling a bit wobbly. And then if I lose balance.
You bang your head on it.
Into the hips, please. 4 corners. Now the way I'm doing this is quite external at the moment. One of my teachers did show us warm up quite external, sort of let the hip travel out. But if you look at the Chen family, they keep it quite internal still. So we're staying within the confines of the alignment of the hips. So play with it, see which one you like. Once you've warmed up, I would stay inside the hips, change direction please. But it's okay to just give yourself a bit of a stretch and just see how far it's comfortable. A little story. I'm a dancer. I come from very much a dance background and I still love dancing. And Willem and I have been talking about maybe having a bit of a jive, doing a bit of jive dancing. So I looked up, let's go more internal now please. I looked up some videos and it took the light from my eyes, because with jive dancing they're forever kind of wobbling their hips about, and in Tai Chi, apart from the odd warm-up exercise, that's a taboo. You just don't. You never let your hip leave the structure of your lengthened spine, and everything should just fall down by the side. So you know, I wanted to jive, but I didn't want to do that. It hurt me to look at it. Good, let's come back to center, please. And we're just going to do our little rowing the boat action. Bending the knees a little bit. Good. Good, and twist. And release, and again. So we keep the hips square-ish. They can move a little bit. And we're turning in the waist. Good. Well, I found a video of a guy that was doing it quite nicely. What was that? They called it hillbilly or something.
Talking about the jive now?
Yeah, jive dancing. Anyway, they don't all stick their hips out. Right, back to Tai Chi. Let's do one at a time. Good, let's come back to center and little circles forwards. Good, so you can tell a lot about how you are just by how you cope with warm-up. Change direction. Some days a warm-up will be about as much as you want to do, and that's okay. Let's just do the shoulder movements now. Nice big circles. And change direction. One at a time. Notice that you're thinking of moving one at a time, but actually as one goes forwards, the other goes back. As one goes up, the other goes down. So if you're thinking in terms of a yoke, that there's a sort of bar across your shoulders, and you're moving the whole bar as one. And that gives you much more structure, and it gives that lovely yin-yang balancing effect. Rather than just going 1, 2, 3, that's kind of isolated. All right, let's take a deep breath and lift. And good, and again, deep breath. So you saw us doing it two different ways. You could huff it out as one, or you could do the slow puncture, but there's one more. Okay, we'll do slow puncture this time, deep breath. And I like that one. It's nice and controlled, soft and gentle, but really helps release that tension. There's another one which you may have noticed Willem did without even thinking about it, which is a kind of shudder, almost like the heel taps. You go ju 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 as you let go. Let's try it. Ready? We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to go. It's almost like a laugh, isn't it? Yeah, let's try that again. Deep breath. And one more time. That one takes practice. Deep breath. And good. Kind of like a belly laugh. It has that energy about it. It's lovely. Makes you smile, makes your energy blossom. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a little shake out. And let's do a stretch. And because we have a guest instructor, I'm going to put it to you, Willem. What stretch would you like to do?
Something for the quads.
Something for the quads. Okay, all right. Yeah, there's plenty of things that you can do for your quads. If you have a chair handy, it can really help you. So, Willem, could you grab that chair for me, please? Yeah. So, There are lots of things that you can do for your quads. Not all of them would be, thank you, that's grand. Well, not all of them would be particularly accessible for everyone. So if you understand what I mean by the Japanese seated position, that's a really good stretch for the quads. Let me show you what that looks like. So that's down on your knees, and then you can put a wee cushion underneath your ankles if you wish, and then you sit back, and even sitting on the backs of on your heels like that is a nice gentle stretch for your quads. However, I'm aware that unless you've been doing that all your life, that might actually be quite difficult to do. So be careful if you are going to try it, make sure you get up safely. So using a support is very useful. But I'm going to show you something that you can do, either using a support in front or without if your balance is good. If you can catch your ankle, very well done. If you can't catch your ankle, you could use your trouser leg. But another method of doing it would be to use a chair. So you could put your foot on a chair and rest your foot on a chair. And again, you could use a support in front of you as well. And the idea is you just keep your legs hanging down. There you go. Keep your legs hanging down, relaxing through the quads, relaxing through your upper legs, relaxing through the knee, and keep the body nice and straight. And as you breathe, let go through. Good. All right. And you can relax down and then do the other side. So if you do one side, unless it's a disaster, please do both just for balance. So again, lengthening through the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back, and just allowing the muscles to release as you breathe, as the leg hangs down. And that's a nice, gentle stretch. Now, if you wanted more of a stretch, you could move a little bit closer to the chair, and that lifts the ankle a wee bit higher. You could build up to holding your trousers, or indeed catching your ankle. And so the closer your heel is to your bottom, the more intense the stretch will become. So this is a more intense stretch even than the Japanese seated position. Good. So make sure you ease out of your stance carefully and relax down. Can you think of another nice stretch for the quads? No? There you go. That's the one that I can think of anyway. But there's a few variations. Thanks very much. Okay. Let's just do a full wee body stretch before we move on to our form. So we're going to take the first movement from the 8 brigades. I use that quite often. It's a triple burner pericardium exercise, and it's just really good for opening up the energy channels and getting the whole body firing on all cylinders. So can we open our stance please to shoulder width and level, lengthening up through the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back, and we're going to release through the belly, the hips and the knees. Press the fingers down and scoop. If you can, comfortably lace the fingers together and lift as you breathe in. Turn the palms, press forwards and up as you breathe out, looking through your palms. Lifting the hands now, lower the chin so you're standing straight, but really lengthening softly through your body, and release and melt. Belly, hips and knees. And we're going to do that again. So we begin with a scoop, lacing the fingers, lift, turning as we pass the chest, press forwards and up, lifting the chin and looking through your hands. And now we lift the hands above the head and lower the chin and lengthen and soften, release. Now the name triple burner suggests that you're heating, and you may notice that you do heat up as you do this exercise. It really is just sort of giving your energy boost. Left, lengthen up, stretch, and softly down. Beautiful. And let's finish that with the recovery sequence from the 8 brigade. So we'll gather round in front to the heart, drawing in and relaxing down. 3 times. Good. Good. Now let's cover center. So this time we gather a wee bit lower down and draw the hands in to cover the dantian, just beneath your belly button, hugging your elbows in. Check posture, please. And relax into your center. You'll notice that as you relax your mind into your center, you'll find that your breathing naturally focuses in that area as well. You may feel warmth. You may feel a fullness that has nothing to do with food, but rather with energy in the belly. Feel your energy is stronger. Good, let's release, relax those arms gently down and floating up through the top of the head, feeding your weight into your right foot. I'm going into my right foot, emptying left and close. Excellent. So a little warm up today. Now we're going to move on and have a go at the form. Okay. Willem, I'm going to let you sit down for a minute and I'm going to show you all the 9-step form. I'm just going to do the whole thing. Have a wee watch. See if you can follow it in your mind, if you've got all the moves, and then we'll all do it together. So do you want to come and sit? Great. Okay. Standing on the trousers, there we go. Okay, so were you with me? Could you think, she's going to do this next, she's going to do this next? That's a very useful way to train. So some days you might not feel that you have energy, maybe you don't have space, maybe you're stuck in a plane, or I don't know, but you just don't have the room to move. But you can go through it in your mind, or you can watch a video of somebody doing it and go through it with them in your mind and just tell them what to do next just before they do it. Have it in your mind, okay, now you're going to do this, now you're going to do this. Actually, our teacher, Jill, suggested that we do that. So some days you might not feel physically up to it, but it's a very, very useful way. You're still training. It's as much a mental training as it is physical. So that's a very nice way to do it. You don't always have to be physically running through it in order to have done your practice. That's nice as part of your practice even. Good, okay Willem, you're going to join me again, and what we're going to attempt is, Willem's going to do that as I have just done. I am going to do it facing you, mirroring exactly the form, so I'm not leaving out turns or anything like that, and hopefully it will actually be quite clear, but let's see how it goes. Alright, so do it with us please. Try. Basically I want you to follow Willem most of the time. I think that'll be easier, but if you're ever thinking, what are my hands doing? I'm doing your mirror image, so you can use me for that. If you want to step forwards just a wee bit more, Willem. Yeah, that's okay. Good. I'll keep you right if there's any issues. Okay, here we go. We lengthen up, please. Chin slightly down and back. Take a few moments in Wu-Ji, calming down. Listen behind. Ready? Press fingers down, release belly, hips and knees. Filling right, empty left, we step open. Raising the water, breathe in and out. Slight gathering to the right to come up to the left. Release to the left, to turn to the right. Feed it into the right foot and step. Circling back and filling your left arm as a bar. Relax to center, expand and come through with the right. Up, down. Up, down. Release to your right. And we come up and over, feeding the weight forward. Step your back foot through. 1, turn, step 2, turn, step 3. You're going to prepare to punch to the corner, making a fist with your left hand, punch. Good, into ward off position, circling down to your left, and filling forwards, do your little Charleston move, screwing the arms forwards, filling your back. Good, release, and step back. 5 times. Good, keep going. I'm going to try and stay forwards a bit. Now on your 5th time, you're going to sweep and chop. Release, turning towards your back hand. Raising your right hand, left hand follows. Shift the weight, step across, up and over, relax. Release the front foot, take a more comfortable step. Prepare, right hand in fist and punch. Chicken opens its wings, release and expand. Turning on the front heel, bring your right side through. Up, down, up, down. And finishing. Float up. Fill right. Close left. Excellent. And recover. Beautiful, heel tap. Excellent, well done. Well, hopefully that was useful. It takes a bit of getting used to doing any new format, but I thought that was lovely. It was very nice, thank you. And you maybe saw me slightly roll my eyes because just at the end I finished here instead of here. This is Master Lock's finishing point on top of the dandian. The Chen style tends to go underneath the dandian to lock in the energy at the Hui-Yin point. So my mistake, I went like this and I went down. Whereas Chen style, we go to here, pulls, sealing in the energy and down. Maybe you didn't notice, but there you go. And then you lift and fill and close and all the rest. Good, so let's do it again, folks, and this time I'll not give the commentary, we'll just try and go through, but nice and steady, same kind of pace, just to see if you can get the details and follow along. As I say, I think it'll probably be easier for you to follow Willem, and because you're tall, maybe it's as well. I was going to say maybe you could do it closer to the camera, but I think you'd fall off the screen. So we'll just do it as we did and see how you get on. Okay. So we lengthen up, chin down and back. Take a few moments to calm in Wuji. Are we ready? Start. good. Well done. Recover. Lovely. Now today I just thought we would practice the whole form, not really looking on any particular detail of the form. However, I found myself giving myself a note as we went. The movement at the end, I'll share it with you because I don't want you copying any mistake that I make. At the end of your stepping back, you have your sweep and chop. And it's important that we don't twist the upper body too much in the chop, but rather if you see it face on, well, it's not really face on. From here, the shoulders are in line with the feet. Now let's see if I can make it face on. So if I start here, okay. So my shoulders should be in line with my hips. Be careful that when you chop, you don't do this. Do you see what I mean? You're not chopping on a twist. It would be forgivable, wouldn't it, to think that it is a twist, but it's not so much. It's you're turning your center from a twist into alignment. So you're into shoulders above hips. So your next movement then is to turn in that direction more, and that's your release to come up and over. Yeah, does that make sense? So you're going from your rotation at the beginning of your step back repulse or step back twist upper arm, but roll in. As you step, you sweep around, your body is turning, but as you chop, you're actually shoulders above hips. But there is a slight squeeze between the shoulder of the chopping arm and the hip of the side that's sweeping. So there's a feeling of compression between the two, but there's no actual twist. If you were to twist, then you'd have nowhere to go to unlock. You'd have locked yourself. So we want to keep it square and then unlock by twisting in that same direction so that you can turn, or rather untwist to step. I feel like I'm not expressing it very well, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. So that is just don't let your body keep twisting. It's a sweep and a chop, but it's square with that little bit of compression feeling between the chopping arm and the receiving hip, so to speak. And then you can release that compression as you continue the turn and open the hands to come up. Okay, let's do it again. One more time, and then we'll have our relaxation. Just before we do, I just want to ask, do you want to see back view? Or as we've been doing, thumbs up for back view? Doesn't matter. Thumbs up for back view, okay. Do you want to do the honours, Willem?
Okay.
Willem's going to show you this time. Off you go. You could come back towards us, Willem. Towards the screen, yeah, keep coming. There you go. Lovely. Yeah.
Okay, getting ready. And open stance. Begin.
Lovely. Well done, everyone. Good stuff. I'm going to give one other just a little note, if you like, and it's on punches. So as you know, in Chen style, we have the option of doing a thing called Fa Jin, which means energy release. We're not going to do that in this class, but energy release is basically the explosive version to speed it up. So there's your preparation, relax, and you kind of let it fling, let it go. We're not going to do that, but you don't have to. But the setup is actually far more important than the punch itself, regardless of whether you're doing it in slow motion or fast. It's like anything, it's like preparation being so key to success. So when you're doing your preparation for punch, say you've come up and over, you've released and you have stepped, you've found your corner, keep it a little bit contained. I don't want it to become too big. Tai Chi punches don't come from the hip generally, they come from level with the elbow. So it's actually quite a short distance. You're not going all the way from back here and forwards, because actually we want to focus the energy at the point of the punch. So traveling a greater distance is not going to help us to do that. So when you're preparing for punch, if you see me sideways on, my fist is in line with my elbow. It's not back here, it's here. And so you can relax. You'll find that you're more on the side of the hip, maybe 60%, whereas you're 40% on the other side. And you'll feel a build up of energy in this side. You'll feel it in your fist, you'll feel it in your qua, in your hip. It's all kind of building, building, building. You want to release, and then you simply turn your waist and send your fist and the elbow in equal measure along parallel lines. So my little note is just make sure that you don't go wandering with your fist. It's not too far back, it's not at the waist or at the hip, it's level with your elbow. So it's quite contained, it's quite small, and then from there it's the waist that's doing the work. The turning of your center sends the arms in the two parallel lines. Very good. Please take a chair if you want to. You can do standing practice. Willem, do you want to get a cushion or another chair for seated practice, or would you like to stand?
I can get a cushion.
Grab a cushion. I shoved one under the chair, that little sort of beanbag cushiony thing. Good. Seated portion of the class. Good. Just make sure you can't see too much of our kitchen. Okay, lovely.
Run it blue beanbag cushion.
Yes, it's underneath the sofa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, this favourite meditation cushion thing. I hide it from the cat because it's a beanbag, and the cat likes to occasionally mistakes it for a sandbox. Yeah. Good. Okay. So it's important that you're comfortable, and it's nice to have two people here to see that you can do seated relaxation in different positions. You could do it cross-legged, you could do it seated in a chair like this. Last week I had a student doing the seated Japanese position as well. I was really impressed. I didn't ask her to, but that was her chosen relaxation pose. So most important is you're relaxed, that you're comfortable in your stance. You could do this lying down as well. So if you're using the recording, you can pause, go to bed, lie down, make sure you're comfortable, and then press play. So let's lengthen up, please, through the very top of the head. The chin slightly down and back. And just feeling your way gently from the top of the head as you breathe down over every structure, over the front, over the back, over the sides. Allow your breath to flow as you continue to pour your awareness down through your body, feeling down into the chair, and continue down through your legs, down to your feet, and feel the connection with your body to the floor. And just pause for a moment, feeling into the floor, feeling that connection. As you continue to breathe, you can feel that your weight is further sinking into the floor. You can even think of the floor as becoming soft, so that you really are sinking into it that little bit. Good, let's do that again. So we very lightly draw the awareness all the way up to the top of the head again. Feel that area as being light, soft, open. And again, very gently pouring your awareness down over the front, down over the back, down over the sides, down through the center. Think of layer by layer releasing, following the breath, down through the body. You may find that as you do this, there will be areas that the energy seems to stick or wants to stay a little longer, and that's okay. You can just take time in those areas to listen. Breathing into those areas, paying attention to the sensations. And you may notice that they begin to change. There may be a loosening or a softening. Take your time and listen and breathe, and then allow yourself to gently release and continue on your journey downwards. If you don't feel any place that catches, great, you can continue your journey. Sometimes you'll find an area that your mind loses, you feel a bit lost. That's okay too. Again, just remain there for a while and listen and breathe. Think of yourself as an explorer. You're rediscovering your body every time you do this. You will notice that you get different sensations. Different areas will call your awareness or will keep your attention as you do the body scan. So give them their due, breathe into them, let go into them. And then continue your journey down, feeling all the way down through each structure, over each layer, down through the legs, into the lower legs, into your ankles, into your feet, into the floor. Allow yourself to simply let go into the support of your chair, of the floor, Feeling your body very heavy, very open, very relaxed. You'll notice the one constant is your breath. Let your breath now come forwards into center stage. In your awareness, follow your breath. You'll notice that your whole body takes part in your breath. Let's encourage that awareness of every cell of your body is breathing. And this is true. Your lungs bring the air in and out, but your circulation brings the oxygen to every cell. Your circulation carries away the out-breath of every cell back to the lungs and away. So let's listen to the whole body as we breathe. Listen to the whole body breathe. You may notice a subtlety. The in-breath feels different from the out-breath. With every in-breath, we energize every cell in our body. With every out-breath, we cleanse and relax every cell in our body. So let's now focus on the in-breath. If you like, you can gently extend your breath just a little bit. Draw it out a little bit longer so that you have more time to pay attention. Let's just focus on the in-breath. Allow your out-breath to sort itself out. Just pay attention, listen, feel the in-breath. Notice the quality of the in-breath. Notice the outcome of the in-breath. Feel every cell in your body as full of vitality. You may notice it tingling or bubbling in your system. As you focus on your in-breath, the body becomes more vital, more energized. No effort required, simply follow the breath. But let's now very gently let go of that focus and switch it over to following and observing the out-breath. Let the in-breath simply sort itself out. Notice the sensation, the experience of each out breath. Be in the out breath. Allow yourself to let go into each out breath a little bit more. Before long, we notice the body is more calm, more heavy, in a deeper state of relaxation and rest. And we can use this knowledge to help bring balance into our system. When we're tired, we can focus more on the in-breath. And when we're overstimulated or stressed, we can simply bring the awareness more to the out-breath. And for general balance, let's return our awareness to the full breath, both in and out. This is like the most beautiful ballet of the yin and yang spinning, creating balance. In turns to out. Out turns to in. When we're full of breath, of air, we could still go a little bit fuller. There's some exhalation in it. And when we breathe out fully, we could still go that little bit further. So there's the dots between the yin and yang. By following your breath, you can bring your awareness into a state of peace. Bring your body and your energy into balance. Very good. Let's feel the whole body as we take a nice deep breath in. And letting go, breathing out. Find your center. And again, deep breath in. And breathing out. Find your center. Let's gently tug the hands in to cover center for the last deep breath. Breathing in deeply. Suspend your breath this time and feel your center strong. Think of sealing in all that good work. Breathing out, release, relax down into your center. Allow your breath to return to steady flow, natural flow, as you continue to feel into the center of your belly. Feel the warmth of your hands flowing into your center. Feel your energy is stronger. Well done, everyone. Beautiful. Let's bring the awareness, please, back to your whole body. Bring your awareness back to your space and begin to move with little finger wiggles, toe wiggles, moving your body a little bit more, bringing your awareness nice and precise to here, and now we slowly, gently open the eyes. Good, you can have a little stretch. Oh, I've gone over a few minutes, my apologies. Better finish off here. Please make sure you're fully awake, folks, before you go about your day. You can shake out, stamp, rub, tap, pat, brush. Make sure that you are fully functioning, fully awake. Have a nice wee sip of water, that's very refreshing, and then you're ready to rock. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's salute. Thank you. Nice twist of the waist. Thank you.
Thank you.
And look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, guys.